These scenes show the swing in Irish opinion from the constitutional methods of Redmond towards the more direct methods of the Republican Party, Sinn Fein. Now, Home Rule was not to be enough.
We felt, well, here now they were back to start the movement afresh and to reorganise everyone, and that we were really on the way to success in our generation, we thought.
Britain was seeking a negotiated settlement. In the summer of 1917, a convention was meeting at Trinity College, Dublin. But Sinn Fein were not among the delegates. For them, Irish freedom was not negotiable. With an important section of Irish opinion absent, the talks were a charade.
The Ulster Unionists took a really very immovable position. This, along with the abstention of Sinn Fein, the Sinn Fein representatives refused to attend the convention at all, boycotted it completely. And these two facts, the intransigence of the Ulster Unionists and the absence of the Sinn Fein representatives, really caused the failure of the conference.
It failed because reasonable people, talking to reasonable people, were not going to produce a solution, while the unreasonable men effectively held the initiative on both sides.
The growing strength of Sinn Fein was made dramatically clear when in 1917 and 1918 they began to win by-elections. Successful candidates like Eamon de Valera were to boycott Westminster. They would only attend an Irish Parliament. British government in Ireland was to be simply supplanted. In April 1918, the British government, facing defeat in Europe, took powers to conscript in Ireland. Irishmen might now be forced to fight for Britain. Thousands signed a pledge to refuse it. Nothing could have been more inflammatory. All nationalist Ireland united against conscription, and most of it behind Sinn Fein.
I remember one big meeting in Enid, it was a tremendously big meeting, and this was a priest, and he made it during his speech, he made this remarks. He said, the right place from a bullet from an Irish rifle is in an English heart.
The Catholic Church and the Catholic hierarchy had never sided with the people against the English government. And now for the first time they did.
Nobody wanted to fight for Britain.
Everybody was against it. It wasn't our war.
November 1918, the First World War was over. It had been won without the conscription of a single Irishman. December, a general election. Back in Ireland, many of Sinn Fein's candidates were in prison for their political activities. But the party took the South. Sinn Fein won 73 seats. Lloyd George, the new Prime Minister, would see no Republicans at Westminster. As pledged, they were to set up their own parliament in Dublin.